Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. The Bengals at 7-5 now in the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero.
Under pressure, they got him again. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The left-footed Kevin Huber set to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. 51 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal, he's got him in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. Oh, some strong running. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness,
touchdown! Anthony Schwartz with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here we go, here we go. 12.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Get set. 11 empty.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Mixon. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Burrow going for it on fourth. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's right. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Yeah, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
11. Stop.
They begin with a run by Mixon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Well, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. Chubb on the counter, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Murray now to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Colin Johnson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
11 Thomas. Stop.
They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
11 empty. 11 empty. 11. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. Pardon, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start by running the option to the right. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Collins. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Throwing again on second down. Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Here we go.
Now Burrow on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
11 Thomas. 12.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road. No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here we go. 11.
Here we go on 4th down with Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflict.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Browns. Colin Johnson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. On second down, here's Mixon. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the hole and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. A bullet throw, but incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he is here. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. The This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. That's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. Very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. It doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Mixon will try the right side, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12.
Here's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Quite the comeback here. They have erased reduce that deficit, push themselves out in front now here in this fourth quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys ran out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they're stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Here's Murray. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Murray. Got an open man. It's Shorts. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's got room. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Murray to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Extra point by York is up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about it right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
11 Thomas.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Burrow. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity.